Happy Easter Sunday and playoffs day 2. Unfortunately, I was unable to put this video out before the first day of the playoff games, so here I am before day 2's games. Another unfortunate thing is I don't want y'all to seem like I'm riding any of these teams who won yesterday, but I think all of yesterday's winners are who will win the series. With that being said, let me tell you why I think these teams will win or lose each series, starting with the Mavericks and the Jazz. Honestly, with or without Luka, I've been saying the Mavs are a first round out again this year. Without Luka, they don't have that go-to guy to get it done for them in the clutch. A player like Dinwiddie will give you a big game here and there, but 4 times in a series to knock off Utah with Donovan Mitchell, not going to happen. Now, the reason I say they're losing with or without Luka is because, in my opinion, even if Luka Doncic does play, he becomes a ball hog in the playoffs. Now go ahead and catch your breath, because I know he's the best player on the team and the go-to guy that I just said Dallas needs in order to beat Utah. But in big games, I don't think Luka trusts his teammates or anyone else, honestly, when the game is close or on the line. Coaching staff, anybody. I personally feel that a lot of the reason the Porzingis experiment in Dallas did not work out, aside from his injuries, is because of Luka and his play style. Doncic did not want to listen to Coach Carlisle, nor did he want to pass the ball to anybody else when he thought everybody else on the team was incompetent to be able to do the things that he can do. Yes, he is a great passer, but Luka has shown me time and time again that he won't pass it enough and utilize the players he has around him. Tim Hardaway Jr. is of the mold of a player like Jamal Crawford, for example. He's a rhythm player who can get you almost 18 a night and even spark off for 30 some nights. But Luka doesn't try to get players like him into a rhythm. This season, for example, is Tim Hardaway's lowest scoring season in the past 7 years. But let me stop my Luka slander and move on to the next series. I don't want the video to be too long, but I got Utah winning with or without Luka. Next up, we have Memphis and Minnesota. And like I said on my play-in predictions, I picked Minnesota. Personally, I don't believe in Memphis enough yet. They had a great regular season, and yes, they went 20-3 without Ja, but I just don't trust the others around him enough. I don't trust Jaren Jackson Jr., Dylan Brooks, or Desmond Bane to give him enough help to overcome the big 3 that Minnesota has. Now, with that being said, the X factor for Minnesota is D'Lo. D'Lo is very inconsistent. He's actually one of my favorite players. I'm a Lakers fan, heartbreak. But anyway, D'Lo is very inconsistent. Some nights he's giving you 25. The next night he's giving you close to 5, honestly. Minnesota needs their big 3 to chip in about 70 combined points in order for them to win this series. So if those 3 guys can give them a combined 70 in 4 games, I got Minnesota winning this series, pulling off the upset and knocking off Memphis. They're both young. Memphis does have more experience, but at the same time, Cat and D'Lo have been to the playoffs once before. Patrick Beverley's been there. So I think the experience balances out, and I think that Minnesota can knock off Memphis. Next, we have Toronto and Philly. Honestly, I don't really care about this series, to be completely real with you. I got Philly winning in 6. Wouldn't be surprised if it goes to 7, especially since Matisse Thybulle won't be able to play in the games at Scotiabank Arena. Next, we have Golden State and Denver. Honestly, I gave Denver a chance at an upset if Steph couldn't start the series and kind of limped his way in. But with the Joker having nothing but role players around him, I got Golden State. Denver could possibly win 2 games just off the Joker's play, and Golden State trying to still, in my opinion, find a rhythm with Clay and all the new guys. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was a gentleman's sweep. Now, for the series that haven't started, I said Atlanta will beat Miami. Yes, in 8, beating a 1. But now Clint is out, which is huge. He's bigger than Bam and provides really good defense and rebounding. An easy alley-oop target for Trae Young as well. But word on the street is John Collins will be back, so it kind of balances out, but not really. Collins is the better offensive player, but not the defensive anchor that Clint is. And with that being said, the Hawks shooters have to hit for them to win. It's a must, especially because Trey will have Kyle Lowry defending him, who's a pest. So he has a better defender defending him than what we've seen in those two playing games. But personally, I just don't think that Heat have the guy that can match Trey like offensively. I don't believe in Jimmy Butler to be that. Bam isn't really a give me the ball, get out of my way type of guy. And Tyler Hero is a good scorer, but he's not Trae Young. I think that if Clint can come back at least by game 4, the Hawks will definitely win. But Trae can't afford to have bad halves like he did in each of the play-in games. He has to have good, efficient halves in each game. If Clint can come back even by game 5 and the Hawks have done enough to have the series tied at 2-2, the Hawks will win. But let's see if Miami can avoid another choke job this year. So that's one of my upsets. As for Milwaukee and Chicago, I like Chicago, but they're missing Zoe, who is their best perimeter defender, and Patrick Williams, who is probably their second best defender. DeMar and Zach are both gifted scorers, but they're facing great wing defenders in Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton, who will also make them work on defense. And the Bulls have nothing even close to matching or stopping Giannis. I think it's a gentleman's sweep. But I hope for Chicago fans who have been going through it for almost the past decade now, hopefully they can win at least 2 games. Next, we got Phoenix and New Orleans. I love Brandon Ingram, and I wish Zion were able to play, because I really think if Zion were able to play, New Orleans could take this series to like 6 to 7 games, because he's that much of an X factor. If he could even come back and contribute half of what he did when he was available last year, he would cause some problems that Phoenix they had the players to like try to go against it with DeAndre Ayton, JaVale McGee. They got the bigs. It's just, that's a huge like thing thrown at you that you're not expecting. Unfortunately, I'm going to go with Phoenix in 5 games. I think the games will be close though. Maybe only 1 or 2 blowouts, but I think New Orleans has the heart and the scoring from B.I. and C.J. to make this a series that will be a lot more entertaining than people think it would be. If those two can combine for 60 plus in 2 games, they might be able to squeeze 2 wins out against Phoenix. For my last prediction, I got the Celtics over the Nets. Crazy, right? My reasoning is the others. I know the Celtics don't have Robert Williams, which is huge, but I don't think Jason Tatum nor Jaylen Brown are scared of Kyrie and KD. And you know something else those two do better than them? Play defense. I think the role players for the Nets will disappoint their top 2 players in a few games and put all of the scoring load on KD and Kyrie's shoulders, and that will cause their downfall. I don't think the Nets role players will score enough or defend enough to hold off the surging Celtics in 4 games. Now, the elephant in the room is if Ben Simmons comes back. I think he will be an issue for Boston because of his defensive versatility. But honestly, him coming back could also ruin the Nets' chemistry since they haven't played with him. So I think this comes down to a game 7 in the Garden with the fans booing Kyrie and the Celtics come out on top. That would be the most exciting, entertaining outcome, and this could be one of the best series. So let me know in the comments you guys' thoughts. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Also, if you're watching this on my gaming channel, I'm going to have the link to my actual IRL basketball channel, so go over and subscribe to that. The link will be in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you in the next video.